Oscar the cat lived in a nursing home in Providence, Rhode Island. He would curl up next to patients who had, on average, 4 hours left to live, with near-perfect accuracy. Nurses eventually used him as a medical alert system. He was right over 100 times. This isn't folklore. It was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. So what does your cat actually sense about your body that you don't? Part 1. Oscar and the research he inspired. In 2007, Dr. David Dosa, a geriatrician at Brown University, published a case study in the New England Journal of Medicine documenting Oscar, a cat who had lived at the Steer House Nursing and Rehabilitation Center in Providence, Rhode Island since he was a kitten. Oscar was not a particularly affectionate cat. He did not seek out attention from staff or family members. He went about his days largely independently, moving between rooms and floors in the facility. But on a consistent, documented basis, Oscar would enter a resident's room and curl up on their bed, sometimes hours before any clinical signs indicated that death was imminent. Nursing staff, initially skeptical, began tracking his behavior. Over time, the pattern held. Oscar was right, repeatedly, across dozens of cases, often before the medical team had identified the patient as actively dying. Staff eventually began alerting families when Oscar took up a position at a bedside. He became, in effect, a palliative care indicator. Dr. Dosa followed up with a full book on Oscar's case and the scientific questions it raised. And the central question was this: what is he detecting? What signal does a dying body produce that a cat can perceive before our instruments do? Part 2. VOCs. What a dying body produces. The most credible scientific explanation centers on volatile organic compounds, or VOCs. Every biological process in the human body produces chemical byproducts. Many of these are gaseous. They evaporate off the skin, the breath, the bodily fluids. The specific cocktail of VOCs your body produces changes based on your health status, your metabolic state, your stress levels, and, critically, the biological processes associated with end-of-life physiological changes. As cells die and break down, a process that accelerates dramatically in the hours before death, they release ketones and other byproduct compounds. The body's shift in metabolism during organ shutdown produces a measurably different chemical signature in the air immediately around a dying person. A cat's nose contains roughly 200 million scent receptors. Humans have about 5 million. A cat's olfactory system is wired to detect incredibly subtle chemical gradients. The difference between prey that is healthy and prey that is injured, the difference between a safe environment and a contaminated one. Oscar's nose was almost certainly detecting the chemical signature of cellular breakdown. He wasn't predicting death metaphysically. He was reading chemistry that our instruments were not yet positioned to catch. Part 3. What your cat senses about your body right now. This has direct implications for the cat sitting with you at home. Your cat does not need you to be dying to read your chemistry. The same olfactory sensitivity that Oscar used in the most extreme circumstances is operating every single day in your living room. When you are stressed, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones change the composition of your sweat, your breath, and even the oils on your skin. Your cat detects this, not as an abstract concept, but as a real, specific chemical event that their brain flags as meaningful. Because in their evolutionary history, a change in your chemistry means a change in the environment they inhabit. When you're ill, even before you've noticed symptoms, your body's immune response is already altering your VOC profile. White blood cells activating, inflammatory processes beginning, viral replication producing its own chemical trace. Cat owners have reported for decades that their cats became unusually attentive and clingy in the days before they were diagnosed with illness. This is not superstition. It is chemistry. When you are grieving, your neuroendocrine system is genuinely different. Your sleep chemistry changes. Your cortisol patterns shift. Your gut microbiome, which produces its own volatile compounds, responds to emotional state. Your cat is receiving all of this as real-time data. Part 4. Cats and cancer detection. The research on animal cancer detection, while still developing, is genuinely compelling. Dogs have been the primary study subjects. The literature on trained dogs detecting lung cancer, breast cancer, colorectal cancer, and other malignancies from breath or urine samples is now substantial enough that several clinical trials are underway. Dogs in controlled studies have detected lung cancer from breath samples with accuracy rates as high as 97% in some trials. Cats have been studied less rigorously, largely because they're less cooperative experimental subjects. But anecdotally, the veterinary literature is full of cases in which cats persistently attended to a specific part of their owner's body, sniffing, pawing, or pressing against a particular spot, that subsequently turned out to contain a tumor. The biological logic is sound. Cancerous cells have a different metabolic signature from healthy cells. They produce different VOC profiles. The skin above a tumor and the breath of someone with certain cancers is chemically different in ways that are within the detection range of a cat's olfactory system. None of this means your cat is a diagnostic tool. But it does mean that if your cat develops a sudden, unusual, persistent interest in a specific part of your body, mention it to your doctor. Part 5. Why some cats leave and others stay. People who have experienced the end of a loved one's life sometimes describe the family cat behaving in one of two dramatically different ways. Either becoming inseparable from the dying person, sleeping on them constantly, refusing to leave the room, or apparently paradoxically retreating, avoiding that person, disappearing. Both behaviors have been documented and both are interpretable. The cats who stay are doing what Oscar did, responding to the chemical and biological signals of distress with presence. In social cat colonies, when a member is compromised, others increase their proximity and grooming contact. The instinct to stay close to a sick member of the group runs deep. The cats who leave may be responding to the same signals differently. Some cats find death-associated VOCs aversive. Some cats who are very closely bonded to a person may experience genuine anxiety in response to the physiological changes they're detecting, and their coping mechanism is avoidance. Neither response says anything about the depth of the bond. Both are biologically driven reactions to the same input. For family members watching, this can be painful. A cat who leaves can feel like abandonment. Understanding that it is biology, not indifference, can make an enormous difference. Part 6. What this means about the bond. Step back from Oscar for a moment. Step back from cancer detection and death-associated chemistry. What the science of feline olfactory perception tells us, at its most fundamental level, is this. Your cat knows things about you that you don't know about yourself. The chemistry of your anxiety before a hard conversation, they smell it. The hormonal shift of your joy when something goes right, they detect it. The inflammatory signature of your illness 48 hours before you feel sick, they register it. The grief your face doesn't yet show, their nose has already processed it. This is why cats who are deeply bonded to their owners often display uncanny attunement. It's not mysticism, it's olfaction. Every day, your cat is doing something that no medical instrument in your home can do. They are reading you continuously, updating their model of your health and emotional state in real time, and responding to that information with the behavioral tools they have. Proximity, grooming, vocalization, presence. Oscar sat at bedsides. Your cat sits with you on the couch. The mechanism is the same. The intention, insofar as we can speak of feline intention, may not be so different either. The next time your cat won't leave your side on a hard day, they're not psychic. They're chemists. They have been reading your body since the first day they learned your baseline. And when something shifts, they respond the only way they know how, with presence. Has your cat ever acted strangely right before you got sick? Or during a period of grief or stress? Tell us in the comments. We read every one.